After a turbulent year that negatively impacted our children's mental health, how can parents ensure that they're providing enough support as they head back to the classroom post-pandemic? To find out, I spoke with family strategist, author of the 40-Day Tone of Voice Tone Down, and mother of 7, Charlotte Avery. Charlotte, we are so excited to have you here as we're talking about back to school and the anxiety that us as parents and as kids will face. You are a mom of 7, is that correct?
I am. 7 school-age children from high school all the way down to elementary school.
Okay, so you've been dealing with this for a number of years and many different types of personalities, right? So what do we as parents need to know to ensure that our kids' mental health is right as they go back to school?
So one of the things that people need to know is, so I have this acronym called ASK, right? And ASK stands for ask questions, ask your children questions, acknowledge their concerns, because not only do we as parents have concerns, but our children have some concerns. My children, I stand with all of them, and we've had a roundtable discussion about what's concerning them. And so you have to ask them questions, acknowledge their concerns, and if you feel that something that you as a parent cannot handle, then the next one is S, seek out a support system. Seek out a support system for yourself as a parent, but also seek out a support system for your children. And the next thing that we need to do is keep the lines of communication open. That's the K. So ASK. Keep the lines of communication open with your children, but not only with your children, with their teachers, with their counselors, and anybody else who is going to be a part of your support system.
What are you seeing from your own kids as they're going back to school? Are you seeing that anxiety? Like what have you kind of been experiencing?
Well, some of my kids, Kristen, are very excited about being back into the classroom, seeing their friends and teachers and all of that. But one of their concerns is just the whole wearing the mask. What if my mask falls off? And, you know, what are we supposed to do? And where am I going to sit for lunch? And are we going to be 6 feet apart, in lunch? And some of these answers I don't have. So, we're getting ready to go to back to school nights, and we're going to go open houses. And so these are questions that I'll be asking their teachers and administrators to be able to help them to navigate throughout this school day.
Right, that's the thing. It's still also new for all of us. And I remember our girls, they would be worried about lunch and not having their masks on, which caused a lot of anxiety. So keeping those lines of communication open. One thing that you do a lot with the people that you help, you have this thing, you say blend, not balance, right?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yes. So people ask me all the time, Charlotte, how do you balance a marriage and, a family, working and doing all the things that I do? And I tell them I don't balance, I blend my life. I don't balance my life, I blend my life. And for me, blending is about prioritizing the things that matter. And sometimes, my life is like a smoothie. I put in strawberries today, I take them out tomorrow. I put in the things that are important. And so it helps me to really prioritize and not really keep a to-do list, which would just drive me completely crazy. So I always tell people, listen, throw out the whole balance thing and just start blending your life.
Well, and I think, too, a lot of us have this post-pandemic anxiety of just going back to work. I know adults do. So kids are experiencing this maybe tenfold going back to school. Any other great tips you want to leave us with, parents with, as we prepare for this back to school time?
Yes. So one of my biggest things is, families are different. I have a very large family. There may be a family of just a few children like that. But my thing is, do your family the way that you do it. It's great to seek advice and to admire what other people are doing in their household, but make sure you're doing what's best for your household and be okay with that. And especially for parents who are, navigating their kids going back to school and working and things like that, take time to breathe, meditate, and really consider all of the things that really matter most so that you're really not driving yourself crazy.
Yeah, as parents, don't forget about your own mental health too, right?
Absolutely. It's so important that we take care of ourselves, because as parents, if we're not taking care of ourselves, then how can we take care of everybody else?
Right. Charlotte, such a strange time and interesting time we're all in, but thank you for helping us navigate it a little bit smoother. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you.
For more family-focused tips and information, you can check out Charlotte's book, The 40-Day Tone of Voice Tone Down, and follow her on all social media platforms at Being Charlotte Avery.